Have you ever heard of an object so powerful it could bring entire empires to their knees? Not through magic, but through the sheer weight of its history and the story it tells. Today, we're journeying back in time to the heart of the ancient New Assyrian Empire, to uncover the secrets of a truly remarkable and fearsome artifact, the Black Obelisk of Shalmaneser III. Imagine standing before it. It's over 6 feet tall, carved from a single, imposing block of black limestone. Its surface isn't smooth. It's covered in intricate carvings and cuneiform script, telling a story of absolute power and ruthless conquest. This isn't just a statue. It's a piece of ancient propaganda, a royal monument designed to instill awe and fear in all who saw it. So, what story does it tell? The Black Obelisk was commissioned by King Shalmaneser III, who ruled in the 9th century BCE. He was a warrior king, obsessed with expanding his empire and crushing any resistance. The obelisk is his victory lap, a permanent record of his military campaigns and the vast tributes he collected. Each of its 4 sides is divided into 5 panels, creating 20 scenes of conquest and submission. Let's look closer at these carvings. They are incredibly detailed. You can see long lines of people carrying precious gold, silver, exotic animals like camels, elephants, and monkeys. These aren't gifts. They are tribute, the price of survival for the kingdoms Shalmaneser conquered. The inscriptions next to the images meticulously list everything, from the names of the conquered kings to the exact quantities of goods they were forced to hand over. It's an ancient ledger of domination, but the most striking and famous images are those of conquered rulers groveling before the Assyrian king. In one of the most significant panels, we see a figure identified as Jehu, the king of Israel, prostrating himself, his face to the ground at Shalmaneser's feet. This is the earliest known depiction of an Israelite king, and a powerful visual statement. It sends a clear message. No matter who you are, you will bow to Assyria. This wasn't just about collecting wealth. It was about psychological warfare. The image of a king, a godlike figure to his own people, brought so low, was meant to shatter the morale of his subjects and any others who dared to defy Assyrian might. The obelisk was likely placed in a public square in the capital city of Nimrod, now in modern-day Iraq. For the citizens of Assyria, it was a source of immense pride, a symbol of their empire's strength and their king's divine favor. For visiting dignitaries and ambassadors from other lands, it was a chilling warning. The message was unmistakable. This is what happens to our enemies. Submit or be destroyed. The text on the obelisk reinforces this visual threat. It describes Shalmaneser's campaigns in brutal detail. The cuneiform script recounts cities burned to the ground, populations slaughtered or deported, and leaders who resisted being subjected to horrifying punishments. The king boasts of his cruelty, seeing it as a necessary tool to maintain order and expand his dominion. The obelisk is, in essence, a monument to organized state terror. It's a testament to an empire built on bloodshed, where conquest wasn't just a policy but a sacred duty. For the ancient Assyrians, the obelisk was more than just a historical record. It was believed to be imbued with the king's will, a magical extension of his authority. The very stone was thought to carry his power, ensuring that his decrees would be followed and his legacy would endure forever. The combination of the sacred black stone, the powerful images, and the divine proclamations made it an object of immense supernatural significance. Over time, this belief morphed into something darker. As the centuries passed and empires rose and fell, legends began to swirl around the obelisk. A new narrative emerged, the curse of conquest. The story goes that any empire that possessed or became associated with the obelisk was doomed to fall, just as it had celebrated the fall of others. The Assyrian Empire itself, once the most feared power in the world, eventually crumbled, its great cities sacked and its people scattered. The obelisk was buried in the ruins of Nimrod for over 2.5 millennia, its dark legacy forgotten. Then, in 1846, it was rediscovered by the British archaeologist Austen Henry Layard. Its discovery was a monumental event, providing invaluable insight into the ancient Near East and corroborating historical accounts from the Bible. The obelisk was transported to London, where it became a centerpiece of the British Museum's collection. And here's where the legend of the curse gets interesting. The British Empire, at the height of its power when it acquired the obelisk, would itself begin a long, slow decline in the following century. Coincidence? Perhaps. But for those who believe in the whispers of history, it's a chilling continuation of the pattern. The obelisk, a symbol of one empire's peak, seems to preside over the decline of its successors. It's as if the stone carries a memory, a warning that the thirst for absolute power is ultimately self-destructive. Today, the black obelisk stands silently in a museum gallery, thousands of miles from its original home. Millions of visitors walk past it every year. But how many truly understand what they are looking at? It's not just an ancient artifact. It's a timeless lesson. It speaks of the intoxicating allure of power and the brutal reality of conquest. It shows us how art and propaganda can be used to glorify violence and justify oppression. The images of kneeling kings and the lists of plundered goods are a stark reminder that behind the grand narratives of history are real human stories of suffering and loss. The empires celebrated on this stone are long gone, turned to dust and memory. But the obelisk remains, a solemn black monument that has outlasted them all. It stands as a warning from the ancient world, a message carved in stone that echoes through the ages. The pursuit of power for its own sake, the belief in domination as a sign of greatness, is a path that leads not to eternal glory, but to ruin. The black obelisk is a witness to the rise and fall of giants, a silent testament to the idea that no empire, no matter how mighty, lasts forever. It tells us that true strength isn't found in making others kneel, but in the wisdom to build, not just to conquer. What do you think? Is the curse of conquest real? Or is it simply the inevitable cycle of history that all empires must face? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into the past. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe for more stories hidden in ancient artifacts. See you next time.